What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. So today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and how two of the biggest mistakes people make when they set New Year's resolutions. But before we get to that, I'm going to do something I haven't done before at the beginning of the video. Guys, I want you guys to like, subscribe, comment, but I only want you to do it if you genuinely like the content and you get something out of it. If you get value from this content and other videos, go ahead and like it. That'll be fantastic. That'll be a huge help to me and this channel. But anyway, so New Year's resolutions and setting goals, etc. It's that time of year, right? A lot of people are going to do it. I'm sure a lot of you are going to watch this. They're going to be setting goals and standards. Personally, I don't do it anymore. I stopped setting New Year's resolution goals a few years ago, just because I realized once I was on that path of like self-improvement, I'm always got goals that I'm working towards. It's not like I get to the beginning of the year, I'm like, right, got to set new goals or anything. I've got long-term goals. I'm always working towards something. So it doesn't really make a huge difference to me. But if you're looking for a fresh start, you're looking to get on that journey, that improvement journey, you got some targets you want to hit for the year. These are the two things. I've done it in the past. I've made these mistakes in the past. I've seen a lot of people doing it. These are the two big ones. So number one is don't set too many goals. Okay, if you set too many, you're not going to be able to put enough quality work into each goal. You're not going to, or you're going to have to drop goals, and you're going to feel like you failed because you didn't achieve all your goals, etc. Things get complicated. You try doing too much, and you get overworked and overstressed, and yada yada yada. It sort of just falls apart. So don't set too many goals. I would set, one or two big goals for the year. You long term, you're looking to achieve by the end of the year. And if you can add in another goal here or there, that's great. I wouldn't really set any more than three major goals. Whatever it is, it could be just one. But once you start going down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals, it's just too much, guys. You're never going to achieve all of that, and it's certainly not inside of 1 year anyway. So don't make that mistake. But this is the one, number two now, the second biggest mistake people make, and this is the big one that I really want to get onto today, is don't quit the first time you don't stick to the plan. What do I mean by that? So for example, let's say you want to get in a phenomenal shape by the summer, okay, and you want your great body, you want to get ripped, shredded, lose weight, whatever it is, and you start going to the gym, you're consistent the first few weeks. And what so many people do, and I've done this in the past with goals of mine, is you have that first day of lack of motivation, and you don't go, you don't put in the work, and you have a lazy day, and you procrastinate, you come up with some excuse, whatever it is, and then you say, well, I failed, I'm a failure, I suck, I don't want to do this, I don't want this enough, and that's it, and you give up, and you think, well, I failed, I didn't give it my best, I didn't put any effort in today, I failed, I'm a failure, that's it, I quit. And I've made that mistake. And you have to allow yourself those occasions or those days, because at the end of the day, it's a war to be won here. It's not the battle, it's a war. It's a long-term thing. You've got to look at it long-term. And you're going to have days where you don't have motivation. Most days you're going to be on. In fact, most days, people that are on the journey and working towards things long enough know that most of the time you don't have motivation, right? It's really the purpose that you have that keeps you going. Right? You got to view like motivation versus purpose. Motivation is like push, is you pushing. And purpose is pull, you being pulled. There's only so much push you can give. And that purpose that you have to it, the bigger goal, the bigger reason to it, when you run out of push, you need to be pulled. And so you're going to have those days. You're going to have days where you don't stick to the plan. You're going to miss sessions. You're going to miss, your targets. You're not going to put in the work that you should be doing. That's okay. That is all part of the process. You just tell yourself, okay, I had one of those days. I don't feel good about it. Learn from it. Try to make sure it doesn't happen again, or try to make sure like the next time I feel like this, if it's going to the gym, for example, You know, okay, I still turn up, but I just put in like, you know, 50%, you know, of what I can do. You know, at least turning up, at least do something. And you'll find over a long period of time, and I found this for myself, is eventually, you know, you have those days less and less. I still have them. I still have those days, but even on a lot of those days where I'm not motivated and I'm struggling, I do still do something. I still get some work in. And they're few and far between these days. I'm pretty solid on it. I'm pretty consistent on it now. You know, I'm very good at working and doing what I really need to be doing, even when I'm not feeling like it. But that's taken me time, and that's taken me, you know, giving up on a lot of goals in the past that I wish I never did. You know, I can only imagine where I would be if I stuck to some of the goals that I gave up on because of those first days where I just was like, I'm a failure, I suck. You know, you watch these motivation videos online and these success videos and good success gurus, etc. online, and it's like they tell you if you're not going 200% every single day, 24/7, you're a loser, you're a failure. You know, if you're not turning up every single day and getting the work in, you suck, you're never going to make it. That's just not the reality. I think that's like 0.001% of the population that their brain are just wired in that way. And of course, those people tend to make it to the top, right? But that's just one very small percent of the population. They do it in that one way and they think that's the way it needs to be done because they're the loudest about it and so on. They get the most views and, you know, it does pump people up. It motivates people on a short-term basis. But it's you realize, like I said, this is the long game. You got to play the long game, and you got to give yourself a little bit of leeway. If you're someone who's never really strived towards any type of goal and really, you know, got in there, went into the trenches, did the grind, put in the work, you're not just going to flip a switch, you know, oh, it's the 1st of January, now I'm an absolute grinder, now I'm a beast, now I'm a savage, now I work hard. It's just not going to work like that. It's discipline, self-discipline. It's like a muscle and it needs to be trained. You're not going to go in the gym, you've never been in the gym before, and all of a sudden, you know, you can bench press 200 kilograms and you're absolutely shredded and do, you know, one-arm chin-ups. It's just not going to happen. It's a gradual process, and there's days that, you know, sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 4 steps forward. It's just, you know, it's back and forth, it's back and forth. It's, you know, it's up and down, it's up and down. And if you quit on the days that, and if you tell yourself the days that you don't turn up, you know you didn't do the work and you feel bad about it, that you're a loser, that you're not good, you know, and you allow yourself too many of those days, yeah, you're back to square one. And, you know, it's the next year, and again, you're making the same resolutions next year. And, you know, it's often a repetitive process for a lot of people. So that's probably the biggest one. They're the two big ones. Don't make too many goals and allow yourself that leeway. Think on longer terms here, you know, longer timelines. And if you do that, you'll be sat here in a year's time and you'll be much better off. I guarantee you'll be in a much better position and you'll be proud of yourself. And it's momentum, right? And it builds and it snowballs. And in a year's time, you won't even recognize yourself, you know? And you'll look back on your goals from the year before and you'll just be like, you know, you'll laugh at them. You'll feel like they're almost futile, you know, because you're on you know, you're just building that momentum. You're just getting better and better. You're aiming higher and higher. But I see too many people make too many goals and then they just rock up the first day or two where they don't put in the work and they're a bit lazy because motivation's low or it's gone. That's it. You know, they quit and they're back at it, you know. It's so many people, right? It's known within gyms. People that work in gyms, they know, right? January is crazy, it's the busiest time of the year, and then it just peters out. And by the time it hits like March, that's it. You're back to your regulars who are coming into the gym anyway. Maybe you've hung on to like one or two who came in at January and they're still going. But you're just not going to be able to rock up every single day and get the work in. But forgive yourself for that. So that's the two major advice, guys. If you do that, you'll be in a much better place this time next year. All right. I hope this gives you value. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if it does, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps me out massively with this channel. and let me know what you think. Let me know your goals for the new year, if you've got some, and get back in touch with how they go. All right, come back for the next video.